If you live in the United States, you probably are used to February being a celebration of Black history. If you have been paying attention during that month, you have probably heard all about the influential Black leaders and their trailblazing accomplishments since the beginning of the USA and beyond. What about their economic impact, particularly in the sphere of business? In this video, we're going to discuss the 11 most influential African American entrepreneurs. Welcome to BTP Fusion, the channel that explores the synergy between business, technology, and personal finance. Here we explore how technology disrupts and inspires business, how business multiplies the fortunes of individuals, and how that cycle improves the lives of people around the globe. We welcome you, and for more business and tech content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell. One thing we want to keep in mind is that this video is about African American entrepreneurs. It does not include anyone whose main contribution was political, spiritual, educational, or social. All of those things are important, but this list celebrates those who started or purchased a business, or came up with, marketed, or sold an invention. Without further ado, James Forten. James was an African American businessman and leader in the Revolutionary War era. At the age of 15, he joined the Continental Navy, and then he apprenticed as a sailmaker. Benefiting from a combination of his own cunning and inventive skill, hard work, and good fortune, he created unique solutions to 18th century sailing problems and successfully ran his own business, a sailing loft, eventually becoming one of the richest men in Philadelphia. He was so recognized in Philadelphia antebellum society, he received funeral honors equivalent to those of Benjamin Franklin. James used his considerable fortune to fund abolitionist causes and other social justice efforts that eventually helped to lead to the freeing of millions of slaves in the United States. Charles Clinton Spalding. Starting out as a dishwasher and later general manager of a grocery company, Spalding soon became general manager of the North Carolina Mutual Life Insurance Company in 1899. After its founder's death in 1923, Spalding served as the North Carolina Mutual president from 1923 to 1952. The company specialized in industrial insurance, which was basically burial insurance. The company hired salesmen whose main job was to collect small payments of about 10 cents to cover the insured person for the rest of the week. If the person died while insured, the company immediately paid benefits of about $100. This covered the cost of a suitable funeral, which was a high prestige item in the Black community. Charles was a leader in what was later coined Black Wall Street, along with fellow African American entrepreneurs John Merrick, Dr. Aaron M. Moore, Spalding's uncle, Richard B. Fitzgerald, and James Shepard. The businesses and banks they cultivated in the Durham, North Carolina area helped to contribute to an economic boom that saw the total valuation of Black property rise from just under $9,000 to over $4 million. William Alexander Leidesdorff. Leidesdorff was one of America's earliest and most successful mixed-race businessmen. He was a prominent figure in West Coast trade, establishing a successful shipyard, lumberyard, and ship candlery shop in fledgling San Francisco. He was in real estate around the early to mid-1800s, having built San Francisco's very first hotel, as well as having served as the city's first treasurer. He's noted as America's first millionaire of Black descent. In 1856, his estate was worth more than $1.4 million, which would be equivalent to more than $20 million today, adjusted for inflation. When he passed away suddenly on May 1848, he was given the honor to be buried inside Mission Dolores Church. Granville Woods. Woods concentrated most of his work on trains and streetcars. He established his own machine shop in 1880. One of his notable inventions was the multiplex telegraph, a device that sent messages between train stations and moving trains. His work assured a safer and better public transportation system for the cities of the United States. His multiplex telegraph is a precursor to modern telecommunication networks. Alonzo Franklin Herndon. Starting work on his father's plantation, he and his family were freed by the 13th Amendment. At the age of 20, he opened his first barbershop, earning the reputation of Atlanta's best barber. By 1904, he already owned 3 more barbershops. Herndon invested in real estate, buying over 100 houses and commercial properties. In 1905, he bought a failing insurance company, which was later incorporated to become Atlanta Mutual Insurance Association. He was the first president of the Atlanta Life Insurance Company in 1922. Soon after, he expanded his businesses into Florida, Kansas, Kentucky, Missouri, Tennessee, and Texas. Through his enterprises, Herndon became Atlanta's first black millionaire. David L. Steward. David is the co-founder and chairman of IT provider Worldwide Technology. Back in 1990, he put up $250,000 he had earned in 2 auditing ventures to start his business. Nowadays, he's the majority owner of the $11.2 billion company, which has clients such as Verizon and the federal government. He is the recipient of several entrepreneurial, business, and civic awards. And in 2018, David donated $1.3 million to the University of Missouri to create the David and Thelma Steward Institute for Jazz Studies. Robert Frederick Smith. Currently the richest black man in America, with a quiet lifestyle thanks to his achievements in the software industry. He's the son of 2 school teachers, and he's always had an interest in the academic fields. He earned his BS in chemical engineering at Cornell University. While in high school, Robert applied for an internship at Bell Labs. Being told that the program was only for college students, that didn't deter Robert. Calling consistently every day about the program, he was given the position that was reserved for an MIT student when the MIT student didn't show up, proving the principle that the path to success is persistence. After college, he held positions at Air Products and Chemicals, Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company, and Kraft General Foods as a chemical engineer, earning 2 United States and 2 European patents. After earning an MBA with honors in finance and marketing from the Columbia Business School, he joined Goldman Sachs in their technology and investment banking businesses. He was the first person at Goldman Sachs to focus solely on technology mergers and acquisitions, where he advised on the merger and acquisitions of companies such as Apple, Microsoft, Texas Instruments, eBay, and Yahoo. In 2000, Smith founded Vista Equity Partners, a private equity and venture capital firm of which he is the principal founder, chairman, and chief executive. In 2019, Vista had over $46 billion in cumulative capital commitments, owns over 50 software companies, and has 60,000 employees worldwide. Technically, that makes them the 4th largest enterprise software company after Microsoft, Oracle, and SAP. Vista focused exclusively on enterprise software, data, and technology. Michael Jeffrey Jordan. A worldwide sports phenomenon, he is ranked as one of the greatest all-around players in the history of the NBA. He led the Chicago Bulls throughout 6 championships. He also led the U.S. Olympic team to earn their gold medals in 1984 in Los Angeles and in 1992 in Barcelona. Are you aware that he's an even better businessman than basketball player? Upon his 3rd and final retirement in 2003, Michael focused on building his businesses, including the Jordan clothing line, Michael Jordan Motorsports, and several other endeavors. It wasn't until he acquired a stake in the Charlotte Bobcats NBA franchise that his success truly took the next step. Becoming the 2nd largest shareholder with this purchase, he eventually bought out the majority shareholder, making him the first former player to be the majority shareholder in a basketball franchise. Court documents revealed that Jordan doesn't let anyone use his name or likeness for less than $10 million. They also state that he earned more than $500 million from endorsements between 2000 and 2012. The success of Nike's Jordan brand and all his other investments and ventures contributed to his current net worth of $1.9 billion in 2019. Robert Louis Johnson. He is an American entrepreneur, media magnate, executive philanthropist, and investor. An honors student in high school, Johnson attended and graduated from the University of Illinois in 1968 with a bachelor's in social studies. He later received a master's degree from Princeton University in 1972. Upon graduating from Princeton, Johnson found a job in Washington, D.C. that introduced him to the television industry as the public affairs director of the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. Launching Black Entertainment Television in 1980 as a block of TV that aired for 2 hours on Friday nights, BET eventually turned a profit in 1985 and became the first black-controlled company listed on the New York Stock Exchange in 1991. In 1998, Johnson and Liberty Media bought all outstanding shares of the company, giving him 42% control. Viacom eventually acquired BET in 2000 for $3 billion, and Johnson remained as CEO until 2006. Johnson also founded the RLJ Company, a holding company with a diverse portfolio of investments. He is the former majority owner of the North Carolina Bobcats, being bought out by Michael Jordan, our previous entrant, and he's also a dedicated philanthropist. In 2011, Johnson worked with Morgan Freeman for hurricane preparedness in the Bahamas. Sheila Johnson, an American entrepreneur, co-founder of BET, and owner of 3 sports teams in the NHL, NBA, and WNBA. As we mentioned before, BET was sold to Viacom in 2001 for $3 billion, and as the co-founder, that entitled her to a large share. She was married to our previous entrant on the list, Robert Louis Johnson, as well. After their divorce, Johnson became an entrepreneur in her own right. She founded Salamander Hospitality, a management and hospitality company where she manages 2 resorts and 1 inn, among other properties. She's also the vice chairman of the Monumental Sports and Entertainment, the majority owner of the Washington Mystics WNBA franchise, and a minority owner of the NBA's Washington Wizards and NHL's Washington Capitals. She also became a film producer of pictures such as A Powerful Noise and The Other City. Oprah Winfrey. Named the most powerful celebrity by Forbes in 2005, 2007, 2008, 2010, and 2013, Oprah has garnered worldwide fame and accolades for her groundbreaking television program, political savvy, and philanthropic activities. To say nothing of her business success, which by all accounts is among the best in the world. Born in rural poverty by a mother dependent on government welfare payments, Winfrey soon overcame those circumstances when her show was nationally syndicated. Ever the intelligent businesswoman, she made sure to negotiate for the ownership rights to her television program, and she started her own production company. By 2000, she had a net worth of $800 million, making her the richest African American of the 20th century. By 2003, she became the world's only female black billionaire, and by 2014, with a net worth of $2.9 billion, she became the richest self-made woman in America. From investments, networks, production gigs, and politics, there's been almost nothing she hasn't done. With her long list of accomplishments, her legend will live on long into the future. So what do you think of this list? Do you have another person we should mention? Let us know in the comments down below. And don't forget to subscribe and click the little bell to receive the notifications every time we upload a new video. We'll catch you next time.